What's good? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building with another season preview. We winding down very, very quickly. We talking about the Week 2 opponent, the San Francisco 49ers. This season preview is an installment where we just reviewing the offseason and taking a look at Detroit Lions opponents for 2018 regular season, okay? 49ers definitely look different than they look at, some point last year with adding Jimmy Garoppolo. Which I like Jimmy Garoppolo. I thought New England should have kept him and traded Tom Brady. Just a time thing, an age thing going on between, Brady and Garoppolo. I thought Garoppolo was a fresher, younger guy. Jimmy Garoppolo definitely won me a lot of money on FanDuel last season, and he's definitely the truth. I like him a lot. I know he's going out with adult film stars, and he living a good life. That's his prerogative, as long as he go out there and perform on Sunday. Also, they added Jerick McKinnon from the Minnesota Vikings, an NFC North foe that most Lions fans know. They added Richard Sherman. As we know, they broke up the Legion of Boom. Cam Chancellor retired because of the neck. Richard Sherman got traded. Now Earl Thomas is home now, so that's funny because Richard Sherman had a spat with Michael Crabtree, back in the day, and they had real beef, and it was a real rivalry brewing between the 49ers and the Seahawks. And also they drafted the big offensive lineman with the 9th overall pick from Notre Dame. They got the kick return specialist from Washington, and he's an explosive receiver as well, too. And also they brought back Marquise Goodwin. They extended Eric Armstead to a 5th-year option. They still got DeForest Buckner. They added Jonathan Cooper, which had major troubles with Dallas and Arizona playing the offensive guard position. Also Eric Reed is going, which I thought is one of the most versatile safeties in the game. Reuben Foster will be suspended for this game. He got 2 or 3 game suspension. So it's a lot of moving parts. This game will be at in San Francisco Bay Area. Yep, it will be there. 4:05 time Eastern Standard Time for us. And historically, since 1984, we've only beat the 49ers 3 times, and they beat us like 1,000. We won last time out. I think it was back in 2015. So relatively a blowout, 17-32. But this is one of people's sleeper teams. As the Seahawks fall back in the NFC North and the NFC West, and the Rams and the 49ers rise, that just tells you that the NFL, things can happen and stuff can change at the drop of a dime with a physical sport. Guys retiring, getting injured, falling out their prime. Guys improving, getting better. Rookies being infused into the team. And I like the 49ers. I think they definitely can win the NFC West. I think the Rams could be taking a step back, possibly. We're putting all that talent together, and it might not mix because that's what usually happens. But we'll see with that. But I think the 49ers should be amongst the favorites to win that division. A very, very tough team. Only thing I'm really worried about the Rams is to continue of the defense, continue to get better. They got some DB issues, but hopefully Richard Sherman can settle that. The Ward kid, I want to see what he could do now that Eric Reed is gone. He's been playing a lot of nickel last time I remember. Our Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner got to step up. Reuben Foster got to get help. Got to get it together. Their defense has to make them to be in a good defense. You know what I'm saying? They got the good scheme and all that. But still got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of young guys that haven't reached their potential yet that could reach their potential this season. And hopefully Richard Sherman can help nurture some of those young guys reach their potential. Offensively, they got the tackle. They're going to protect Jimmy Garoppolo, protect their investment as well. But the running back position, I know it was Matt Bredish, the running back that came and took all the snaps away from Carlos Hyde last year. Not sure if he ready to carry the load, but him and Jerry McKinney can do it together. But we'll see, because a lot of them dudes are iffy. They haven't really been a workhorse back. McKinney is more of a gadget type of third down, gadget type of back, but he can break off a lot of runs. With Jimmy Garoppolo throwing that thing like that, it's going to open up running lanes for McKinney and Bredish and the rest of the backs. They don't have Carlos Hyde no more. And a lot of their running backs suffered because they have no quarterback play. They could just stack the line, and the quarterback couldn't beat them. So Jimmy Garoppolo opened up a lot of things. And what's going to be nasty is Garoppolo to Goodwin. And Goodwin just looked to be a fast receiver in Buffalo that had no hands or just couldn't get no separation. And with Jimmy Garoppolo made him into a star last year, and he might have a Pro Bowl type of season. In the way he gets deep, in a way it seems like he's running better routes with Jimmy Garoppolo throwing the ball. Also the receiver from Washington. So they got some good threats, some good passing threats. And Garoppolo seems to make receivers better as well. So it's definitely going to be a challenge going on to the West and from the East, a 3-hour difference from Eastern Standard Time in Detroit to Pacific Standard Time out there West. It's definitely going to be a battle for the Lions. It's definitely, and hopefully we can get another win. Like I said, in each one of them, I'm not predicting the wins or losses. That's stupid to do in the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? For injuries, camp start, you got injuries in camp. You know, you ain't got a chance to look at the team yet. You don't know what it's going to be like from week to week. You got guys getting non-football related injuries and guys, you know, not practicing because of this or that. Not happy because of contracts. Dude's not reporting, so you really don't know. But Martin Mayhew was over there in the front office with John Lynch as well. That's the general manager who's running the show. And I said Reuben Foster be injured. I kind of like the matchup for the Lions. I don't know if they bring defensively wise, so I know Garoppolo is good. But as far as, you know, the 49ers matching up with our receivers, that's going to be a tough case, you know what I'm saying, as well. And Stafford and hopefully the running game get cranky. So it's going to be a very, very competitive game. This can be one of the games of the week in the NFL in week 2. You know what I'm saying? Garoppolo versus Stafford. 49ers defense is still improving. It's not proven yet. Our defense is pretty much unproven because you don't know what they're gonna bring to the table. You got high flying court, gunslinger versus gunslinger, or accurate thrower and Jimmy Garoppolo. This is gonna be a very, very good matchup, man. It's gonna produce some good matchup, and you don't know what both defenses are gonna bring. Both are young and both are got some veteran leaderships on there with Quinn and Slay and Richard Sherman. So it's gonna be a great game, man. It's gonna be one of them great afternoon games where, I guess you can go to church on Sunday, go out to eat with your family, spend some time, take your lady shopping, get her nails done, chill with your kids, go to the movies, and then, around 4 o'clock, tell them to beat it, get out your face, and watch the Lions take on the 49ers week 2. So interesting matchup. It'll be a jump from the Jets to the 49ers in competition. Lions might go out there and lose to the Jets or blow the Jets out, and people overreact to whatever it may be. And then they have a good matchup versus an up-and-coming team, 49ers. And that's going to be the narrative for the 49ers. Are they real? Was last year a blip? Can they, beat the Lions? It's a good matchup, Stafford versus Garoppolo. So it's a lot to make it to be a great, epic regular season game. Everything being well. And we know Reuben Foster is going to be suspended. But it's Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check those links out in the description or usernames. And follow us there. Share. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss another